So, Jana, is it right then that you grew up in a place called Glen Rose?
That's correct.
Okay, would you like to describe Glen Rose to us?
Sure. Glen Rose is a town of about 2,000. It's very beautiful. It's kind of like a little oasis in Texas. Wonderful education. We have arts and, big basketball courts and stuff. Because we also have a nuclear power plant. And so we got money for all kinds of things through that. Dinosaur capital of something? America, maybe?
Wow,
Texas?
okay, hang on a minute then. If I can stop you at that point. Did you ever find a dinosaur footprint in your back garden, or is it like a common occurrence to find bones and skeletons and stuff?
Sure, there's like a lot of feet prints, very big ones. You can have yourself a little seat in them. Not in my backyard, but possibly that I just didn't find. They're everywhere. There.
Right, wow,
Yeah.
that is mind-blowing. And so, I mean, we saw a fox in our garden the other day and we threw a street party, so to have that is something else altogether. But you said there the juxtaposition of it being idyllic and beautiful, and you've got a nuclear power plant there as well.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. Not so much while I was there, but, like kind of thinking back on how things were.
Right, okay. And so I can imagine that it's not really a regular stop on rock and roll tours on the circuit.
No, but I think Willie Nelson might have played there once.
Well, I think that answers my question. So, I mean, if there is a Blue Heritage plaque because Willie Nelson played there once, then it's not. So what would you do for, as you're growing up and presumably getting into music? What would you be able to go and see?
Oh, we'd have to go to Dallas. And in Dallas, I could see, whatever was happening. I saw some like screamo shows growing up, whatever my older brother was into. So I just kind of hopped around in his shadow.
All right. Now, it's fair enough just saying we went to see some screamo shows, but I haven't got a clue what screamo is. I know what emo is, but...
Yeah, can you guess?
Is it kind of the same, but a bit more hysterical?
Yeah, there's like something called pig squealing.
Tell me more.
I can't tell you much more. It's about what you think it is. Very experiential, kind of music.
Is it kind of supposed to be cathartic?
Yeah, you go there and you come out different.
Right. Okay, fair enough. I mean, that happened to Michelle. I mean, Michelle's been working with me for a long time now. One day she just went in the studio, started screaming, and left a completely different person. So music can have that effect on people. So you moved to Austin.
Yeah.
What took you to Austin then?
I was going to college there.
Right, okay, all right then. And so I read also that, and if this is true, I applaud you for it, you recorded your debut album, what would have been your debut album, and then you binned it because, is it right that you thought it was too clean, too kind of like smooth around the edges kind of thing?
Yeah, I think that there was like a learning curve in just the recording process. I hadn't made a solo album before, and I made something that I think, was like really sharp. But ultimately I didn't feel like it was something that was expressive, and so I needed to start over.
Right, okay, because I read a quote from you about ugliness and imperfection in music, which probably does represent what you're talking about then, because, I mean, particularly if in the medium of voice and guitar, it's very easy for it to be very saccharine and sweet. Not, we play a lot of it on this programme, and it doesn't have to be that way. But you just wanted to put some rough edges on it kind of thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to feel more realistic, I suppose. I mean, the music that I like is very, very imperfect. So it's kind of bizarre to be making music and, just being afraid of doing what you like about other people. It's different when it's you, so... Yeah.
Sure, okay. And I mean, talking about ugliness and imperfection in music, I was reading an interview with you in Uncut recently, and I can't remember if you said you were listening to two types of music mainly, but one may be classical, can't remember, and the other was that you'd gone down a fall rabbit hole.
Yeah, I love the fall, but also the radio in my car broke, and I could only use CDs, and I only had one CD on me, and so it was the compilation 50,000 Fall Fans Can't Be Wrong. So I was basically just listening to that and subjecting whoever was in my car to that CD for 6 months or something like that.
And you're still with us, which is quite incredible. Yeah, no, that's quite remarkable.
And speaking to you, no less.
Well, yeah, I know. Obviously, autographs later, mutual. Okay, then. So is it right that you've just got one show left now in the UK, which is at St Pancras Old Church, which will be in 2 days' time in London?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. And presumably you're coming back again.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, we hope so too. And bring Jonathan with you as well, because he's great, obviously.
Oh, thank you.
Obviously.
Okay, then. So you've got one more song to do for us then, Jana Horn. What are you going to do?
This song is new.
Okay.
It's going to be on a new album coming out next year. Tentatively titled After All This Time, but, that could change.